Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Good to see you here. What is our date today? What is our date? The 8th? Yes, June 8th, 2020. Welcome, everybody. We're going to have a good session today. I'm going to talk about pay-per-click and Shopify. However, this pay-per-click will work on any website you've got. It's pretty cool stuff, too. It can make you money like within hours of you starting it. So stay tuned for all that. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so far. Hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray, and don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a video. Man, oh man, we're going to have a fun session today. But you make it fun. And the way you do that is you start using that chat box. Tell me who you are. Tell me where you're at. Tell me what time of day it is, wherever you're at. I don't know. Tell me what you ate for breakfast, what the weather is. I don't care. But make sure you use that chat. If you have any questions about starting, running, and growing an online business, you want to use that chat box. And also, even if you're not watching this live, let's say I record this, you're watching it a week later, use the comments section below because I go in there and I answer comments. I talk to people. We meet each other. We get all kinds of cool stuff going. So make sure you do that. Invite your friends to these too, guys. But I really appreciate you being here. I really do. Like I said, this is going to be a really cool session today. I think you're going to enjoy it. Paul, finally, you have shown up. Where have you been, my man, Paul? He says, coming in loud and clear, brother. I appreciate that. I missed Monday. I apologize for that. We had so much stuff going on. I will be here again Friday. We had a decent day yesterday. You know, people like to know sometimes what I make in a day. I think over on Survivalcave Food yesterday, we did a little under $28,000. Not a big day for us, okay? You know, we've had $100,000 days, but I want you to understand that selling online is not always the same amount every day. And now that doesn't include J.R. Fisher training, which we have all kinds of, subscriptions coming in there and people buying courses and all that good stuff. So over there, we made some more money. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I know it was in 5 figures. I don't think we hit 6 figures there. But KMI, I think you're new to us. I don't know if I know you or not. Paul, do you know KMI? Tell us about yourself. Tell us where you're at, what you do, all that good stuff. I'm going to jump into this pay per click advertising thing that you use on Shopify, but you can use it on any website. You can use it on Magento. You could use it on Wix. You could use it on WordPress. It really doesn't matter. So you can use that. Let's see here. What else we got going? By the way, how's the new book coming? Pretty good, actually. I'm about halfway into it. And books take some time, guys. You can write a book real quick. I'm not going to tell you can't, but I've got to kind of fit that in between all my other endeavors and what's going on. And Paul calls me out. He says, hey, where's the book? Where's the book? It's coming. It takes time. But that is going to be coming out. The first course I did took me over 2 years to do. One course. And that was, what was that course? Gosh, I can't think of it now. Oh, Digital Cash Academy. Yes, Digital Cash Academy. It slipped my mind for a second. But that first course took me 2 years. And that was all I was really working on at the time. I had my duties over at Survivalcave Food. But let's jump into this pay per click thing, guys. And let's talk about it and how it's going to benefit you. Because the cool thing about it is it can start really fast. It's one of the fastest and most effective ways to generate traffic for any type of e-commerce store. And actually any type of stuff, even if you're selling services. These are pay-per-click advertisements, okay? They appear like on websites, you'll see them, social media. They're highly targeted to individual users, as the ads they see are mostly based on their browsing history and interest. So you can really focus in on people, which I think is really pretty cool in using pay-per-click. This means that people are coming to your store and they may be interested in what you're selling and might become a customer. So you drastically increase your chances of selling them something. General media advertising of the past and still around today, like, a TV ad or something like that, is kind of like a scatter approach. It's kind of like getting the word out and generating interest with ads running on like mass media, TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, billboards, all that kind of stuff. But with these, you can really target it. The aim is to advertise and when you were doing that mass media stuff to a big audience as possible in hopes that some small segment may be interested in what you have to sell. But the thing is, they don't work that well. And you really couldn't tell what you were getting out of your ad. With pay-per-click, you actually can. So when the internet came around and advertising was really, reborn to a much different, more efficient practice. We kind of cut out all the wasted, money we were spending, and we were able to target audiences instead of those who may have no interest whatsoever in our product. So that's why it's so cool about pay-per-click. Plus, pay-per-click, you only pay when somebody clicks on your ad. So you could have an ad out there and tons of people could see it, and it could be embedded in their brain, but it doesn't cost you anything. You put a billboard out there and they can't click on it. And when they see it out there, they still charge you, right? Because they're going to charge you for that billboard no matter what. Let's see here. Paul's got a comment. Let me pop him in here in between everything going on here. He says, okay, I'm on the same boat, pushing it target to get my book done. I really like your formula for testing ads and getting best bang for your dollar. Oh yeah, you have to do that. I mean, that's a given, man. I mean, really running ads online is more just testing and figuring out what doesn't work and continuing with what does work. And that's a whole nother training, but yeah, thanks for calling me out on that. Once people arrive on your site, and perhaps for the first time, it's then up to you and what you have in your store and how it looks and functions to make sure they complete the buyer journey by choosing some items and checking out and paying for them, okay? So you still got to have a good site and all that. Now, when you first set up your pay-per-click campaign, also known as paid search, it's one of the most popular elements of any digital marketing campaign because of its immediate results. There's practically no waiting around before the traffic starts to come in and sales, right, hopefully start to rise. But you need to know what you're doing, even though the most popular PPC networks and platforms such as, let's say, Google or Facebook or Instagram all have these automated systems that allow you to set up ads. You still need a degree of planning and exercise to get you going. Okay, you got to do that. So the key to good results is Google, let's say, pay-per-click ads appear in people's searching history. Okay, they're going to see it on their page when they go and type it in. So what you want to do is, you want to do extensive keyword research to find keywords that are most relevant to your niche. That's really important. Okay. You can use a variety of online tools. You could use, let's say, Moz, you could use BuzzSumo, and those tools will help you out a lot. These tools will also let you see the demand, okay, which is really important. How many people are really interested in that? The competition for specific keywords. And like anything in business, the more popular something is, the more expensive it's likely to cost you, okay? So, if you put a really expensive thing out there, let's say camping equipment, okay, that's most likely a very expensive search requiring a budget of thousands of dollars to get a campaign going and sustain it. That doesn't mean you need to spend it though. Because they're fairly general keywords. That's why they cost so much. To get a lower price, you need to try variations, which are called long tail keywords, and consider adding a location to them or a combination of all three, such as best camping equipment, San Diego, California. Okay, if you do that, then of course, you're going to get better results and more targeted. You can also add negative keywords that exclude various terms people are searching for that can help really boost your return on your ad. All right, so you want to work out your budget and how much you want to spend per day of your campaign. And you don't have to spend a lot, guys. I mean, you could spend $5 or $10 a day, that's all. And then you can scale it up as you get some good ads that work. That's what you do. Let me see here. Paul's got some comments in here. Let me pop them in here. And I think this is a really good one I want to cover too. Do you advertise every day, or are some days better than others to advertise? Can you pick the hours of the ad to run? Yes, yes, yes. Now, keep in mind, when you start getting more and more particular, let's say the hours it's going to run, like I want to run it from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but not during the night, it's going to cost you more money. Okay. It doesn't allow the algorithm to work as well. Now, some people are going to argue with this, but I've experienced it myself. As far as days of the week, yeah, I would advertise every single day, because what happens is, sure, you're going to have some days where you're going to get more clicks than others. However, the reason you're going to get more clicks than others is because you have more people out there now searching for that. Let's say on Mondays, everybody searches for survival food. Monday mornings, they always search for survival food. Now, if they're not searching much Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and people see those ads and they're disinterested, in other words, they don't care about it, it's not going to cost you anything because they're pay per click. So if people are seeing your ads and they're not interested, they just don't click on it. And if they don't click on it, it doesn't cost you any money, but you still get that visibility out there. So I would say advertise every single day. And you don't want to really do breaks in your campaigns, because as soon as you do a break, let's say I advertise for a week straight and then I drop it for a week and then I advertise for a week straight, the algorithm has to relearn all over again. And when you do that constantly, you're going to get worse results on your ads. So you don't want to do that. You want to tell yourself, well, I want to advertise for 3 months and I'm going to spend $10 a day for 3 months. And then I'm going to look at the results. That's a way of doing it that works. Don't have any breaks in it. Don't have any time breaks. Don't have any day breaks. Don't have any of that stuff in there. Now, what you want to do is you want to add a landing page or pages to your website and link your ads to them. There's little point in advertising a product or service and then directing traffic to your homepage, because they don't want to have to go to your homepage and start to find the products and look at your drop downs and all. They want to get exactly to the product. So you really need a landing page if you're going to do ads. You don't want to drive them to your homepage. I know I did this in the beginning. Back in 2010, I would run an ad and send them to my main page and nobody bought anything. It's because when they got there was nothing to do. It just told them about our company and all that. Okay. So we don't want that. We want a page that you're going to take them to that is actually something they can buy, some action they can download, they can attend a webinar, whatever it is. Really important that you do that. Okay. Once you've done that, then you can do upsells, all these other things, but you want to get straight to the point with a specific web page about the product or service that you're advertising and you want to sell. And I got to watch my time here because this is really interesting stuff to me and I can talk too long. All of this sounds, I know, overwhelming, okay, and time consuming. And you may think you should get a degree in pay-per-click before proceeding, but don't worry, as you can always outsource these tasks to specialist pay-per-click agencies and stuff like that. Just make sure you get a good one, okay? There's a lot of good ones out there. One of the first things you should do when you're figuring out how to increase your clicks throughs, your pay-per-click conversion, so that people do something you want when they arrive at your store from ads and not immediately leaving, is to look at your site and see if it's responsive. Okay, what does that mean? What that means is, does it work on a range of different devices? Super important, guys, because you don't know where they're coming from. Are they coming from their mobile device? Are they coming from an iPad? Are they coming from a computer? Where are they coming from? Let's see here. Paul's got another comment. Maybe pop that up there so everybody can share in his wisdom. If you sell digital products, can you target English-speaking countries? And is there a cultural difference between English-speaking countries to worry about? Let me think about what you're saying. If you sell digital products, can you target English-speaking countries? Maybe you mean foreign-speaking countries, and the answer is yes, you can target them. But whatever you're selling, if it's a digital product, you're going to have to offer it in Spanish, or you're going to have to offer it in German, or you're going to have to offer it in Greek. So if you're targeting a different country, yeah, you can do that, but you've got to change your campaign for that particular country. If you just want to target English-speaking people in Germany, you could just run it to Germany, and the people who don't speak English, they're not going to really notice your ad anyhow because they can't see what it's saying, or they don't understand what it's saying. They can see it. So yeah, you can do that. Let's see here. Are there cultural differences between English-speaking countries to worry about? Between English-speaking, and when I say English, I always think of the big four, which is, Australia, the UK, Canada, and the US. There's not a lot of cultural differences there. Okay, we've kind of overlapped there. But if you get, let's say, to a Muslim country versus an American country, there's going to be some differences, and you got to kind of look at your ad copy. You got to look at what you're saying. You got to see what's going on, because if you don't, you could offend somebody, or you could miss a sale because of it. But mobile devices, and that's what I was saying, you got to look at where these things are showing up, are really, it's growing so fast, guys. People are almost doing everything on mobile now. So you got to make sure that when they see your ad on a mobile device, it works, and it works out, and your landing pages work. Okay, it's not just your ad, it's your landing pages. Pay-per-clicks and finding the PC only that doesn't display or work on mobile devices will lead to an enormous bounce rate, okay, as a hefty portion of your pay-per-click generated traffic flees the minute they arrive at your site. So you got to make sure it's going to work. If you're using something like, let's say, Shopify, they have an extensive range of responsive themes. but some may not be, or they may not be responsive on certain devices. Okay, so you got to look at that, such as those that run on Android operating systems, for instance. A quick check to see if your store is responding will put you in the picture. So you need to check these things before you run them. Okay. Next, you need to make sure that your product pages are clear and clean and compelling. Some companies, okay, now some companies put a lot of effort into their landing pages, but they neglect their all important product pages, which is a real shame. And it's here that the browsing and the buying actually happens. So they may go to your main website after you've run this ad to a landing page, and you got to make sure your products are optimized. Photography's got to be really high quality. It's got to be professional. When they see this stuff, if it doesn't look well, like especially our company, Survivalcave Food, the food's got to look appetizing. It's got to look delicious. Okay. Even the best products won't fly off the virtual shelves because poor quality images may give the impression that they're poor quality products. You've got to make them look good. I mean, you think about it. If you go to a fast food joint, you see one of their ads, you look at, let's say, a quarter pounder on a billboard somewhere or online, and man, it's glistening and the meat's just right. The cheese is just coming down the edge perfectly and the lettuce is on there perfectly. When you get there, your Big Mac or your quarter pounder is not going to look like that picture, but they've made it look delicious. That's how they get you there. So make sure you make your products look really appealing too. Give people a better look at your products. It could be the first time they're buying them. And the photos, after all, are one-dimensional and therefore flat, okay? So you may be able to install a display plugin from, let's say, the Shopify App Store or the WordPress one, and add another kind, such as a Smart Product Viewer, which offers a 360 view of your products, or WooCommerce 360. Imagine an app that does the same thing, okay? So that really, really helps a lot. Let's see here. Let me see. Paul's got something he just put in there. Got to get the man up there. He's working, typing stuff out. It says here, nothing worse than an ad on a mobile device that doesn't work well. Your landing pages are great looking, as well as the copy for the ad. Well, thank you, Paul. And it is important that you do that. Super important that you do that. And I want you to think about this. Another way to increase your pay-per-click conversions is to add a live chat feature to your store. Okay. If they see they can get in touch with you, that's really, really important. Okay. You can also use something like Trustpilot on your Shopify store or your WordPress store or your Magento store, and them seeing those reviews on your product can really sway people. A Shopify app store has a lot of live chat choices, including WhatsApp, you got Facebook Messenger, you got Shopify chat, and it lets your customers get in touch with you with ease. And what do you do about customers who are passionate and just can't decide whether to buy now or later? Give them what? A product with time limited discounts or offers. I do this all the time. If they like something, and ours really is time limited because we have a shortage of supplies right now. But if they like something and it's price, and they see that there may not be a good price later on down the road, or it's going to go up in price, like we sell canned meats, it's going to go up in price. That offer will expire in a few hours. They're more likely to actually buy your product than if there was no expiration date. You can't just put a price out there and go, here's the price, because the human mind says, well, that's the price. It's always going to be that price. It's never going to change from that price. You've got to make it urgent for them to do something. Why should they act today versus tomorrow? Why should they do that today? It can also be an inventory thing. Like we have inventory shortages right now. We can't get chicken or turkey. We do beef, chicken, turkey, pork, and ground beef. Ground beef is taking too much time to put in the can since we have such high demand, and I can't get chicken and turkey. So I'm down to beef and pork right now. But those are two of my most popular ones, so that's a good thing. And I'll get back to having chicken and turkey. It's just a delay right now. But if they know that there's big delays in shipments, if they know that you have limited inventory, if they know that price could change, those are all reasons for them to buy now. You've got to give them reasons, guys. You can't just put a price out there. You got to do something that is going to spur their interest, get them going. Now, if you guys, I'm nearing 10:19. I'm going to stop a little bit early today. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I got to record videos. I was supposed to do it yesterday. I got one done. We had a bunch of things happen. and I needed to do 10. So I got 9 more to do today. So bear with me a little bit. I'm going to stop a little bit sooner than 30 minutes today. So if you have any questions, if you want to know anything, if you want to just say something, put it in that chat box now. Also, guys, I was watching a show last night, and there was this guy on there, and he's the #1 agent in Atlanta, Georgia, young black gentleman, very super intelligent. He has already made $8 million so far this year. Okay, this is June, guys. That's his commission so far is $8 million. And he said one of the biggest things, and he grew up in the I guess ghetto, whatever you want to call it, the hood. I did too. I grew up in a really bad area. But he said the one thing he did is he got negative thoughts out of his mind, just got negative thoughts out of his mind because he realized he had this hood attitude where he was down on people and this stuff doesn't work out and that stuff doesn't work out. You got to take what you want. And he says he changed it to a love attitude. He says he started caring about people. He started loving people. He started being kind to people. And when he did that, all of a sudden people started responding to him differently. He was getting different results. And the one thing he said, which I thought was really cool, is he says, it doesn't mean you've got to work your butt off constantly. That's not what it's all about. Because if you work your butt off constantly and you're just working day and night and you never take time to do anything and you have a bad attitude, okay, that's going to come across. You would do better to work half as much time and have a super positive attitude, be super kind to people, be nice to people, help people out. And when they see that, they're going to be more likely to do business with you. And what he found was just changing his attitude, just being nicer to people, just being kinder to people, genuinely caring about their situations. When they wanted to buy a house, he really cared about their wants and needs and desires. And he expressed that. And when they saw that, they wanted to do business with him. Never mind now that he's got, this penthouse mansions. He was showing he had a Ferrari and he had a Maybach and he had his Rolls Royce. He had all these fancy cars and all this stuff. But he said he got all that because he changed his attitude. So it's not just about hard work. And I talk about hard work a lot. Hard work is very important. You can have the best attitude in the world, but if you never work, you're not going to make any money. But you got to have both. I had a sale yesterday, a pretty large sale, and it's from a guy who's been buying from me for about 3 or 4 years, and he's over in China. And man, every time he does business with me, I totally thank him. I'm like, thank you so much for your business. You don't know how much you're appreciated. And he's like, what are you talking about? He doesn't get that feedback from other people. And I do totally appreciate him because he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe into the millions with me now, and he keeps coming back. And I don't know, I take really good care of him. I keep him updated on his orders. He puts in really big orders, so it takes weeks to make his orders. But I always let him know what's going on. I always let him know I appreciate him. And here's what he does. He's a nice guy. He pays me up front, which I do require, but it's a large sum of money. So there has to be a certain amount of trust there for somebody to just wire you money, because when he wires me money, his money's gone. How does he know that I'm going to fulfill all my promises on getting him a product? Well, it's pretty simple. I've done it in the past, but he trusted me in the beginning, and I've always, gone through and done what I needed to do. I've had people who put a huge order in, and for some reason we couldn't make it or we couldn't get the supplies or whatever, and I would send the money back to them. They know I'll do that. There's no risk in dealing with our company. How risky is it to deal with you? How do you treat your customers? What is your mental attitude? Are you positive? Are you kind? Do you really, really care about your customers? Do you really care about other human beings? Because if you don't care about other human beings, you're not going to do well in business. You're just not. And if you are, let's say it was a fluke and you still did well, you're not going to enjoy yourself anyhow. What's the point? Be kind to people, care about people, genuinely help people without any agenda, and your business will grow. This is some of the best advice I can give you. And if you've got negative people around you, you need to get rid of them or change them. It's really hard to change them. What he said he does is if he's got some friends or relatives that are negative around him, is he said he will say, hey, look, man, I'm really trying to change my life. I'm really trying to, succeed in life. And what I found is being positive is the best way to do this. So do me a favor. Sometimes you're really negative around me, and I'm not trying to offend you, but while you're around me, please, please, please just talk positive thoughts. Only be positive around me if you don't mind. Now, he said some people will be taken back by that. They say, oh my God, how offensive is that? And if that's how they take it, that's how they take it. But some people will stop and go, wow, I didn't realize that I was being negative. I'm sorry about that. I'll be more positive around you. You need to have that positive vibe. Let me see here. Paul's got another comment I didn't put up yet. What other sites are good besides Shopify? And can you push some ads on all sites, or are you paralyzed for doing the same ad on other platforms? No, you can do any ads on any platform you want. Understand, when you run an ad and they click on an ad, all that click is a URL, okay? It's just a website address. So if you want to send some to Magento, some to WordPress, some to Shopify, you can do that. What I like to do is, if I'm testing different pages, now in Kartra, I can automatically do it. It's built into Kartra. Guys, if you don't know what Kartra is, look below in the description, click on the video to watch Kartra. It's really cool. But what I can do in Kartra is, let's say 1,000 clicks come in. I could have 3 different landing pages, or I could have 2 different landing pages. Each one could have one difference in it. And that would, tell me which landing page is better. It's not really the platform it's built on. It's your landing page. Okay. So I can build a landing page in Kartra and put it on Shopify, I can put it on WordPress, I can put it in Magento, it doesn't matter. But I build it all in Kartra, and then I can use any one of these other platforms, or I can send them directly to Kartra and they don't have to go to the website. So yeah, you can certainly customize this stuff all you want. The ease of use of Kartra is why I can do this. Okay. I can literally make a landing page and click duplicate. And then I duplicate it and change one sentence, and boom, I've got 2 landing pages. It's really that easy in Kartra. That's why I like it so much. So I lied, and I'm almost at 30 minutes. Look at that. 26 minutes. If you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck is going on your side of the computer? I see you over there. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget. It's a long ring. It was worth it. Ring the bell, turn all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live, or if I upload a video. I'll be live again on Friday. We got videos coming out this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know if the one's hit yet this morning. It may have. Also got one tomorrow hitting. So every week, unless I miss a day like I missed Monday, you're going to get 6 trainings. You're going to get 3 that are pre-recorded and edited, and you're going to get live ones like this where I kind of wing it and talk to you about stuff. It's all derived to help you make more money online, to start, run, and grow online businesses. Paul says, have a blessed week, gang. See you later. Thank you so much, Paul, for being here. If you haven't liked this video, weird thing at YouTube, they like it when you click that like button and you do a thumb up. Okay, just a thumbs up. That's all you got to do. Let's see here. Any new cooking videos? I have some, Paul. They're on the back burner. That's a little play on words right there. They're on the back burner, and I'm going to get them up soon. I've got really a cool one from the Austin, Texas barbecue thing I want to get up there. Got to get it done. That's all there is to it. I got to get it done. Lot to do, lot going on. The worst thing to kill your motivation is making a lot of money. What? Yeah, we have been making so much money from Survivalcave food that I haven't put as much effort into other things. We are doing some cool things though. I'm actually taking some time to go places. We went and watched Joe Rogan the other night. He plays at some small club in downtown Austin. And I guess he just likes to try out new material. He was awesome. He was there with Ron White and 4 other comedians. They were awesome. So we're going to that this weekend. We're going to be at Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett's going to be here this Saturday. Then we're going to Bill Burr. Bill Burr is going to be on the 1st of July. If you live in Austin, guys, I got to tell you, the entertainment choices are unreal. I mean, there's so much you can go and see. So I've been spending some time actually just having fun. I had my mother-in-law here for about a week. She was hanging out here. We did a lot of stuff with her. So we're kind of enjoying life. That's what we're doing. We're enjoying life. But I have to work too. And I don't have to work to pay my bills. My bills are paid. I have to work because you got to contribute, guys. Your entire life, you have to contribute. You got to put something out in the world. It's really important. Whether you think it's going to be good or not, it doesn't matter. Do your best. That's it. But make sure you contribute. Spend more time creating content than you do consuming content. Think about that. How much time do you spend watching YouTube videos, watching Netflix, watching, whatever you're watching? And how much time do you spend creating stuff? You've got to spend more time creating than you do spend consuming. Today, I will create. Today, I started early this morning, but as far as creating, I started at 10 a.m. and I'll probably go to 4 or 5 this evening. There's no way in heck I'm going to watch 8 or 9 hours of videos online just to watch for entertainment. I'm going to create more than I consume. That's my word for you today. Guys, you have a great day. I will see you on Friday. Don't forget, I have videos coming out today and tomorrow on this channel. Check them out. Subscribe, notification, thumbs up. I'll see you later. Treat each other kindly.